Hey friends, welcome to your 15-minute full body stretch class. Woo, woo, woo. We start on our knees or in a comfortable seated position. Just centering ourselves for a moment, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're going to tuck the chin into the chest, moving very slowly, beginning to roll the neck to the right side, lifting the chin and over to the left, making a complete circle, and then going the other way. Only moving through the neck, opening up the spine, releasing back to center, and coming onto all fours. We'll be starting with a little wrist stretch, so we can stay in tabletop and just slightly bend forward and back. Only going so far as to where we feel it in the wrists, maybe swaying a little side to side, just finding what's helping you open up here. Maybe we take the fingertips to the side of the mat and try our sways that way. Or maybe we simply sit and roll out the wrists. We also have an option to come onto the backs of the hands. This one's a little bit more intense, so if it doesn't feel good, we can always do any of the others mentioned. Just a gentle wrist warm up, not neglecting any parts of our body today. Before we meet in tabletop, preparing for cat-cow, finding a neutral spine, and then inhaling to drop the belly. Exhale, rounding the back, pressing away from the mat, moving with the breath, making these traditional cat-cows, or maybe finding a little fun, rolling through the ribs. Doing one more round. And we meet back in neutral spine. We're going to peel the right arm up. Inhale. And exhale, thread the needle underneath, coming to lie on the right shoulder. Option here to extend the left leg behind, reaching that heel back, warming up through the calf muscle. It's a full body stretch here. Breathing nice and deep. Gently taking the leg back, releasing that right arm back up, and then sending it forward, extending the left leg behind. Big inhale, and exhale to crunch knee to nose. Inhale, elongate, exhale, round. One more like that, using your control. And then releasing that right hand, you might want to step it out a little bit wider. We're going to try and reach the left hand to grab onto that raised ankle. Opening up through the hips, really using our core here nice and strong. Grounding through the top of the foot. Pressing against the mat, using the opposition between the left arm or hand and foot to open the hips a little bit more. And then exhale, gently release, extending that left leg to the side. Inhale, raise the chest, extend the arms. And exhale, walk that left hand down the leg, finding a nice side body stretch. Maybe reaching that lifted arm back or forwards, playing around with how this feels in the body. Before sweeping around, planting the hands down, taking that leg back in, and reversing on the other side. Peeling the left arm up, big inhale, and exhale, thread the needle. Taking whatever variation we did on the other side, making sure we balance out our practice. Breathing nice and deep through the belly. Enjoying this moment. Releasing back, reaching the left arm up, and then sending it forward to come into our balancing tabletop. Exhale, crunch, and inhale to find length. Feeling the strength as we meet and move with the breath. Releasing down, taking our little side balance stretch here. It's okay if we wobble, if we fall out, maybe we can't reach. Honoring wherever we're at. Our breath helps us deeply in this pose. Beautiful. Exhale to release, extending the leg to the side, raising up nice and strong, and then finding our stretch. Enjoying this time on the mat, moving your body, getting to know your body. Exhale, back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, walk the hands forward, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the feet, taking our time to find our downward facing dog pose. Then we're going to ground through the left heel, raise the right just slightly behind, and roll out the ankle. Just little ankle rolls. We warmed up the wrists, we want to warm up the ankles too. Sometimes they're a little forgotten about in our practice. And we can release, bending the knees towards the mat, still keeping nice long length in the spine. And then gently make our way to the top of the mat, where we forward fold, keeping the knees a little bit bent and kind of dangle here. You can let the hands find the mat, or maybe we grasp onto opposite elbows. Find a little sway, just opening up through the back chain of the body. Releasing the hands, slowly roll up to standing mountain pose. Palms come forward. Taking a moment here to feel our line of energy coming up through the feet, through the crown of the head, slightly tucking in the pelvis. And inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, take them behind the back, finding the little squishy part of the bum. We're going to take a slight back bend here, only going as far as feels good, sending the pelvis forward, dropping the head back, rooted through the legs, through our foundation. Exhale, gently lift up, release the hands, and reach up one more time. Grounding through the left foot, taking the right knee into the chest, and slowly sending that foot back, turning the toes out, coming into Warrior One. Sinking into the hips, rolling the shoulders back, nice and strong. And exhale, opening up to Warrior Two, checking our heel alignment, grounding it through the back edge of the foot. Exhale, we can release to triangle pose. Our hand can be on the mat, on a block, maybe on our ankle, wherever feels good. Sending both hips back to the back of the room. Beautiful long lines. Taking one more breath here before turning to face the front of the mat, maybe stepping that back foot up a little. And folding over the left leg. Finding length in the spine on the inhales and reaching forward on the exhales. Maybe taking the fingertips by the foot, reaching out, stretching out through the shoulders. Whatever feels good to your body today. And then bending the knees, coming down into low lunge. Lifting the chest nice and high. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sinking into the hips. Exhale, lower the arms to shoulder height, preparing for eagle arms. Tucking the right underneath the left, trying to meet palms together. Keeping the spine nice and long, lifting the hands up. Feeling the space open in the back. One more breath. And on the exhale, release. Rain the fingertips down to frame the foot. Lifting the back knee. Runner's lunge. Gazing forward. And exhale, plant the hands. Step back to high plank. Taking either a vinyasa here or meeting in downward facing dog. Your choice. Preparing to repeat on the other side. Grounding through the right foot, bringing the left just slightly behind, rolling out the ankle a few times, making sure it feels good from feet to fingertips. Releasing, taking a few more bends in the knees, maybe feeling ourselves a little bit more open this time around. And gently making our way to the top of the mat, however we would like to get there. Forward fold. Taking a few breaths in this pose. Going within for a moment. Checking in with yourself. Before slowly rolling up to standing, keeping that chin tucked until the very end. Release and open. Inhale, reach up. Taking our back bend here, we can keep the fingers interlaced, or we can take the hands behind to the upper part of the bum, whatever feels good to you. Listening to our body, knowing when to stop. Gently releasing, keeping the hands up high or sweeping them up. Taking the left knee into the chest to send it back, warrior one, nice and strong. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Our knee is over our ankle. Deep inhale and exhale, open to warrior two. Feeling your strength. Strength helps flexibility as well. We need both. Coming into our version of a triangle, whatever that looks like on your body, can look completely different than mine. Maybe we skip this pose altogether. No competition and no rush. As we frame the front foot, pivoting on that back foot to come into our pyramid pose, finding length before folding over the leg. Not forcing anything, noticing probably the difference in our sides, accepting what is, loving. One more breath. And then we're going to release into our low lunge, sliding that left foot back, reaching the arms up high. And exhale, taking them to shoulder height, coming into eagle arms on the opposite side. Inhale, reach high, feeling this full body active stretch, hip flexors, shoulder, groin, back. Exhale to release, raining the fingertips down, tucking the back toe, coming into a high plank, and this time with control, slowly lowering down to the belly, untucking the toes, and finding a shoulder stretch on our stomachs. Crossing the left arm over the right, reaching the fingertips out as far as we can, as far as feels good. And then maybe resting the head on the arm, feeling that shoulder open, sending our awareness there, slowing down our breath if it reached a faster pace. Gently releasing, sending the arms out in front, lifting one arm and leg, and releasing, lifting the other, and releasing, Maybe lifting everything at once, Superman pose, nice and strong. Breathe. And exhale to release. Crossing the other arm over, coming into our shoulder stretch. Sending love to your body, taking a moment to find gratitude for this practice, for this movement, for taking care of yourself today. In just a few minutes, your body will thank you. Gently taking the hands under the shoulders, pressing the hips back, coming into child's pose. Nice and gentle, reaching the hands forward, maybe steepling the fingers. Melting the heart down. Option to place palms together and take them behind the head, walking the elbows out in front, feeling a stretch in the triceps. Or we can just hang out in whatever variation of child's pose our body is calling for. Being with ourselves, surrendering. And whenever we're ready, we can gently press up to a sitting position. I hope you enjoyed this quick flexibility class with me today. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, my friends. Namaste. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, leave your thoughts down below, and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I'll see you next time.